What up? What up? What up? What up, y'all? Welcome to our new show, College Basketball's First Half. We call it that because I am a first half better when it comes to college basketball. But beginning of the season here, I do play the full games just because, we're in the first or second games of the season here. And, teams need to get acclimated and get their asses moving. What's up, my guy Don Play? Mad Stoney, what up, brother? Good to see y'all. Today we're gonna make some money. There's some spots on the board still. One of the spots that I really liked is that the value's really gone on it, and that was the Bellarmine play versus Louisville. I got it at 13.5 yesterday. It's down to 8. I did sprinkle a half unit on the money line, though. I believe it was at like 360 or something like that. So I actually do think Bellarmine can beat this Louisville team outright. It's not a it's not a game that I'm calling my best bet on, but at the same time, this Louisville team is is not anything that I that I would put any money on. Let's put it that way. Man, Stoney, a sight for sore eyes, my guy. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. So let's get down to business here. I'll let you know the plays that I am on. I did play first halves, but a couple of the lines have moved. So I would kind of just stick first full games on these, even though I do like the first half. And as you can see, one of the games right here is LSU. Now, this LSU team, it's a team that really kind of interested to see how they play this year. It's basically taking last year's Wright State team and moving them into the SEC. So, with Matt McMahon, the head coach, leaving right. Give me 1 second here. I think I'm messing up here. I apologize, y'all. I totally messed that one up. I'm sorry. Murray State, not Wright State. Miss Murray State team last year went 31-3, I believe. Good team. They were full of underclassmen and basically three. Matt McMahon got the job at LSU, and he brought three players with him. He brought over. Give me a second here while I pull my notes up, because I am no Maxwell Smart, that's for sure. I can't just whip out names off the top of my head. But anyway, he brought over KJ Williams. He's a 6'10" forward from Murray State. I believe he'll be starting today. They haven't announced the starting lineup with this game yet, which it's the gummies, bro. I'm with you, man. So my apologies. He's 6'10" forward, good player. And they haven't announced the starting lineup yet. Mac McMahon, I don't know what he's doing. I would like to. My hopes are that he starts the 3 transfers from Murray State, because they are used to playing with each other, and just go from there and start subbing people in and out. They have the forward KJ Williams transferred over. He cleared the portal and transfer protocols, as well as Trey Hannibal and the last guy, Justice Hill. So both of those are guards. Justice Hill, he's a baller, and Trey Hannibal. I'm hoping that they start these two guys in the backcourt. If they do, I think we can get an easy cover in the first half for LSU. That first half line last night when I got it was 11. I think it might be 12.5 now. Let me pull up the lines for these games here. Okay, so the full game's 23. I don't think LSU has a problem covering this. Uh, I believe they're going to start these three transfers from Murray State. Matt McMahon is familiar with them, knows their strengths, and I think it's just a matter of plugging the right people in that's going to be able to take these guys to the next level and become SEC, real SEC players coming out of the OVC. So with Kelvin Williams, he was named the second or not Kelvin Williams, KJ Williams. He was named the second team preseason, second team SEC. So we'll see what he brings to the table, in this conference. And this is a pretty easy test for them. I hate to say that, but this UMKC team just got just got beat by sorry ass Lincoln. I mean, come on, dude. So yeah, I like LSU. I took them first half at 11. I think it's 12.5 now. I would still take them, especially if they're starting these three transfers from Murray State. I believe my projected lineup is for this team is going to be Trey Hannibal, Justice Hill in the backcourt with KJ Williams and I think the guy's name is Mawai. Can't remember. I had all this written down, man, but you know me. I'm the most unprepared motherfucker in the world. So I don't know where any of my notes are at. I'm like scrolling through trying to find them on the fly, and I should just put them all up on Post-its. But what I did do is I hit the live button, so I'm actually talking to people. You all know me from last year, not last WNBA season, not hitting the live button. So anyway, let's get back to this LSU. We'll see how this plays out, but I do believe that Matt McMahon's going to start Trey Hannibal, Justice Hill at the guards, and KJ Williams at forward with Mawani Wilkinson at the other forward and Kendall Coleman at center. So and I think this is a good lineup, especially for today against the UMKC squad that they should be able to plug some people in and out and see what works. And these games for the next 2 months are what they really need to get ready and get these kids acclimated and get ready to play an SEC schedule, because like I said, they're coming from Murray State, so little lower competition, but again, that Murray State team was 31-3, so they're a good team. So that's where I'm standing on this one. This is probably my favorite play of the game. LSU first half, I got 11 and a half. I think it's at 12.5 now. Still like it at 12.5, but I would definitely check and see if you're going to take that 12.5. See if they're starting those the three players that I mentioned. I know KJ Williams is going to start, but are they going to start Trey Hannibal and Justice Hill? That's the question. They start them in the backcourt. I like them in the first half. I like them just to roll. So that's where I'm on that one. What's up, Kev? Good to see you, bro. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, definitely. I'm going to talk about that game now. Just got done talking about LSU. I like it at 13, but like I said, I like it even more if I knew if Matt McMahon would put out a starting lineup. If I know that the backcourt is going to be Trey Hannibal and Justice Hill, I'm all over it. But even so, they should. The 13 in the first half, I really do think it'd cover, but the minus 23 shouldn't be anything to be scared of. Let's put it that way. For the full game, I'm not going to do any totals. I've lost 3 totals this season. My record for the first day was 8-4, I think, and 2 losses were totals. Yesterday I went 1-3, 2 losses were totals. So I'm not even going to fuck with totals anymore, man. I can't do it. I don't know why I continue to try. You all know this from WNBA when I try and I don't know why I deal with totals. I'm a retard when it comes to that shit. So, all right, let's move on to the Seton Hall. This is the next game that I liked and I got into this morning. They're playing Monmouth. Monmouth is made a move from the Metro to the Colonial, and I'm going to get real familiar with. Like, I love the Metro. That's my favorite conference to bet, so I am familiar with Monmouth. But I'm going to get intimately familiar with Monmouth this year because they moved to the Colonial and they're in there with Delaware, Hofstra, Drexel, and I love that conference. So speaking of Delaware, I'm really pissed off, man, because we had a kid, Andrew Carr, who basically was filling in for Dylan Painter when Dylan Painter would go down last season. And, my daughter and I went to go see Delaware play at Drexel. And we were both laughing at him because he's looking like a deer in headlights. It's like, man, dude, this guy. But come the end of the season, the kid, Dylan Painter, got hurt, and this kid filled in, and you could see the level of his game just went to another level. So I was real disappointed to hear that he went into the transfer portal and went to Wake, and actually he's a captain on Wake now. So I was hoping to have him for 2 more years at Delaware, but Andrew Carr is going to be a good player, somebody to watch out for if you're a Wake fan and follow ACC basketball. I can't believe that. Well, I can believe that he's a captain. I mean, he had a great offseason, and I expect him to, in 2 years, to be in the NBA, to be honest with you. And he's got a better shot at doing that with Wake than he did if he stayed at Delaware. So, I can't knock the kid for making the move that he made. All right. So let's get into this next game here, and we are going to talk about the Seton Hall Monmouth. And like I said, Monmouth, we all know that, if you follow the Metro last year, they're a 3-point shooting machine, and they did get back their 3-point shooter, probably their best scorer on the team, but this team's not ready. They're not ready. Monmouth's not ready, and to be honest with you, I don't see how they're even gonna stay in with this Seton Hall team, dude. Seton Hall, I took them at 9.5 early this morning for the first half, and I believe it's at what did you say, Kev? 11.5 now? Yeah. So I still like them at 11.5. I think they roll. Monmouth. 20.5. I'm not scared of that number either. You got the Seton Hall team with a new head coach, former player. Sorry about that. A former player in and I can't believe his name's Shaheen Holloway. Sorry about that. Sitting there, I'm like, I'm drawing a blank on his name. So Shaheen Holloway knows the culture at Seton Hall. He's trying to get that back to where they were back in the day when they had PJ Carlissimo there, back when they were ballers in the Big East. And I like what they've got. They brought in some players in the transfer portal. They brought some players in. And a new coaching staff. So you got Rasheem Davis, Ryan Whalen, and Corey Lowry. They're going to be the assistant coaches, and they all served. So they all served, I guess, served under Holloway at St. Peter's. So, and they were assistants at St. Peter's last year. So, this is going to be a good team. I do like that they have Monmouth first game, so we can actually see what Seton Hall is going to bring to the table, because we know the Big East is just it's a brutal schedule. It's just a physical basketball. It's that's what I love about the Big East. The physicality of it, and you could run the table, and then shit the bed in the Big East. I think there were a couple teams that did that last year. I think I can't remember who they were offhand, but there were a couple teams that ran the table and then got in the Big East conference and just went. And I want to say one of them was Butler, but I'm not positive about that, so don't quote me. But yeah, this Seton Hall team, they're going to put up points, and they're going to be defense. You know, I'm looking at this 135, and I'm not going to fuck with the totals, but I mean, I kind of like the under in this game, but it's nothing I'm going to mess with just because that's my Achilles heel. So I can't really go there with it. But at the same time, it's going to be interesting to see how this team plays under, a former player. I love when players come back to coach at their alma mater, and or just players come back or start coaching and go to coach a team, because I like to see how they get their players to buy in. Like one person comes to mind is Jerry Stackhouse down in Vanderbilt. He had that Vanderbilt team playing really well that last year, and even though they lost Pippen Jr., I still like them starting out the season. So we'll see how they end up how they end up doing this year. I'll keep a close eye on them. What's up, Eldorado Custodian? How you doing, bro? Good to see you. Let me see here. Minus 13. I still like it, man. I still like it. It's just I think you have to do what I said, man. Make sure if there's any way you can find out if they're starting the two guards from the two transfers from Murray State. If they are, I'd go with it because they're familiar with each other, and I think I can't see Matt McMahon not starting those two players. I just can't see him splitting them up to start the game. But you never know. I'm not the coach. So that's my play in this is I'm on Seton Hall first half and Seton Hall full game minus 20.5. Recap LSU first half. I got a better number than you guys. But I like the full game. I really do like the full game at 23. Let's see if there's any other games. Another game I want to talk about is this Louisville Bellarmine game. This game, I think the line opened up at 16. I got it at 13.5. It's now down to 8. I sprinkled a little bit on the money line when it went down this far, just a half unit, and I believe that was at 360. I don't think this Louisville team just doesn't have it. I mean, they played a scrimmage against Charlemagne, however you pronounce that school, and they barely beat them. I mean, you have an ACC team barely beating a no-name college. It's just, I mean, the Sharps have obviously weighed in. This line has been cut in half, and the public's followed suit. So Louisville is not a team that I want to bet on. So this is something I would still take them. I would still take them plus the 8. I would still take Bellarmine plus the 8. I really would. I wouldn't lay my house on it, but it's good for a half unit if you're feeling degenerate like I do a lot of times. That's something that I would do. So, I don't have much else going on for today. I'll tell you one other play that I did take, and this was also a full game play, and this is why Wright State was on my mind. I took Wright State on the money line. And let me just take a look and tell you what I got that at. I got that at plus 160. So I didn't play first half, just full game on it. If I was going to go first half, I'd go Wright State. This Davidson team, I think the numbers there because they're Davidson. You know what I mean? We all know who put them on the map. Steph Curry put them on the map, but how many years ago was that? But this Davidson team does play. They're decent. They're decent every year. But in all honesty, I think they're just getting by on their name the last few years. And Wright State is a good team, man. Wright State's a good squad that I don't think they're out of they're out of the Horizon Conference, and I don't think that they're really going to have a problem here, man. You know, this Wright State team didn't lose too many players. They and last I guess it was in the tournament, the March Madness, you know, they got matched up with number 1 seed Arizona. But it wasn't a cakewalk for Arizona in this game, man. Wright State put up a fight, you know. Yeah, they ended up losing by 17, I believe it was, but it wasn't they didn't Arizona didn't cover the number. Let's put it that way. So I like Wright State. If you're looking for that dog today, that's the dog today. That and Bellarmine. I mean, in all honesty, I'm gonna half unit money line parlay Bellarmine and Davidson. I mean, Wright State. So that would be my dog parlay of the day. So anyway, look, guys, I appreciate you being here. Normally, DJ Big Boss is going to be doing this show with me. He's not feeling well. He's been under the weather. If you follow Pub at all, or you know, watch the Boss and the Sauce show, you know that he's been dealing with some issues, and you know, prayers up to Big Boss. Hope he's feeling good, feeling better, and get him back in action with us. Don Play, wait a minute, Tisha, you got a plus 150 pick? Let's fucking go. It's a plus 160 pick, Don. A plus 160 pick. And I've got a Bellarmine ticket for a half unit on at plus 340. So there's two of them. I'm gonna parlay them. I'll tell you what a $50 now I only did these for $50, just to let you know. I didn't go betting my last $25 on it, Don Play. Don't do that. You know, I don't ever want you to do that. But let me tell you what this parlay will pay when it oh, another game I forgot to talk about. American and Marist. You know, Marist is coming out of that Metro conference that I really like. And American is a team that I loved betting last year, first half, and I took them again today. You know, took them again first half, and I took them on the money line. I think I got plus 100 on the money line for the first half, American over Marist. And another game that I was looking at, haven't pulled the trigger on it yet, was Youngstown State over UT Martin. Haven't pulled the trigger on that one yet, but you know, I probably will. But nothing substantial. It'd probably be one of those teams that I just throw into a parlay, like I'll play a $25 14 parlay or something, you know, and Youngstown State will most likely make that. I know, was it you, Kev, that was talking about no, it was G5. G5 was talking about the Hampton and James Madison. This game is, I've looked into this game, and I keep looking into this game, and everything about this game is screaming like two ways to me. Like, I was thinking the total over, but then I started thinking, well, JMU is a defensive team, and 152.5 is a big number, man, for a defensive team like JMU. And JMU is bringing back a lot of people, a lot of their players. JMU made the jump from the Colonial to the Sun Belt, where in football it's been fucking unicorns and rainbows for them, but it's not going to be the same for this JMU basketball team, that's for sure. And this isn't a game I bet, but I kind of really want to take Hampton here, man. Hampton's another team that's bringing back all their players, and I really think this could be, Hampton could try and push the pace and break that JMU defense. So it's a game I'm going to pay attention to. Let's put it that way, because I'm interested. I watched JMU play a lot last year in the Colonial, and I'm interested to see how they make this transition into the Sun Belt. And with Hampton, you know, that's a team that come I guess conference play, that's a team that I'm going to be looking to bet on. So um, this is the time of the year where we need to pay attention to teams. We need to pick the teams that we're going to like. We're going to like to play come January and February, and see how they play. So, Man Stoney plus 165 halftime, full time, American. Oh, okay. Oh, so you're doubling up on that. I, I, I don't. I would think the same thing. I think the same thing, man, Stoney. I really do. I think America wins this game. So, what's up, Tim Earl? My man. That's what I want to hear. Hampton plus the 16. I like it. We're thinking alike there. I don't know though. When we align, I don't think we do too well. But I like that. Took Wright State money line and Bella plus the 8. I like it, man. I like it. Like I said, I just sprinkled a money line parlay with them both. So, and I think I'm going to throw American in there as well. So, like I said, I like to play those 3, 14, 5-team parlays for $25 and throw a prayer up and see if we win. I actually hit one the other day, man. It was fucking beautiful. So, yeah, that's where I stand. Let me just take a look over the card real quick, see what else I got going on. I don't believe I have anything else going on, but I will definitely post if I'm going to play this Youngstown State game. I really want to, because I really think that UT Martin really underperformed against Pittsburgh. I think they're a better team than what they showed. And you might get some value at the plus 8.5, but I like Youngstown State. I really do. So this is where I'm kind of flipping, and I don't really know which way to go. So it might be best for me just to lay off of that. If you're thinking about playing Drake at all, IUPUI, it's just a lot. That's a big number to lay for Drake, but it is IUPUI. It's just too big a number for me to lay on Drake. That's why I stayed off of that game. So the UMKC LSU game's my favorite, followed by Seton Hall. Probably like them equally, and South Dakota State. In all honesty, man, I think this is a team that can beat Boise State. I really do. So I'll be keeping an eye on that one. It's nothing I have my money on, but that's something I'm looking at. Another one is this Florida Gulf Coast against San Diego. I like them. The only thing that bothers me about that is to travel to the West Coast, and I mean the line's just showing that it's an even matchup. And then Florida A&M Rattlers and Portland Pilots. Portland might be living off of last year, man, with this spread being 21.5. I don't know. I don't know much about these teams in the West. It's not my thing, man. I'm an East Coast guy. So anyway, not too much on my Hoosiers schools, man. Just looking at FanDuel offering. Yeah, I think it is worth a sprinkle, man, Stoney. I really do, bro. Why don't you take that money you took off us during the off season of WNBA and put it on that shit. My guy, you're my guy, bro. All right, fellas, that's it for me. I appreciate you all hanging out with me, and hopefully we can make some money this year. And as the season goes on, obviously I'll get better. If I take my totals out this season, 9-1, 9-2, 9-2, 9-3, something like that. 9-3, 9-2, something like that. So I'm gonna do that. Those totals never happened in my mind. I got beat by the hook in Long Beach on the first night, first half over, and then yesterday I took Montana and Duquesne. I took a first half under, and it didn't cover by a point. Went over by a point. I took the full game under at 135, and that shit went over by like 50. So not good. Not good on my part with the totals, man. So I need to really just leave them alone. But anyway, I appreciate you all coming out. And once again, thank you for coming out, and I will see you all tomorrow, or just keep an eye out. I don't know when I'm going to post again. I got to look at the schedule. Haven't looked ahead at all, but if I see games out there, I'm going to post them on my Twitter and post a link if I'm going to do a show. When Big Boss gets better, he's more the West Coast guy. He'll be in there to pick me up. So appreciate you all. And please do me a favor, bet responsibly. Don Play, I'm talking to you. Please bet responsibly. And I'll see you all tomorrow, man, or next time out. Appreciate you all watching. Be safe. Good luck. Let's cash.